Greetings and hello there, YouTube. Back again. And this time we're going to go back into my past. In my past, I have an uncle, Harry Frady, who he really got me into this whole world of the gun. He was a silhouette shooter. He was one of the guys responsible for bringing Glock into law enforcement in South Carolina. And the first thing he started me with was a Ruger Blackhawk, the old 3-screw Ruger Blackhawk. That was a beautiful gun. Lovely gun. But I started reloading with those Lee loader kits for that gun. It was a .357 Magnum. So I cut my teeth on shooting silhouettes with .357 Magnum. Consequently, I have no issues with that caliber. I actually love it, except I don't own an example of that until now. In my last video, I was talking about my guns I'm never going to let go of, and one dude was like, "Hey, you don't have a revolver in there." Now I have a revolver. Here we have the Taurus Raging Hunter. Boy, look at this thing. 5.12-inch barrel. It comes, let's look at it. First of all, this won the 2019 American Hunter Handgun of the Year. Now, we haven't done a lot of shooting with it, but what I have done I will show you and share with you. I didn't have a lot of ammo the other day when I went out to the range, but I did shoot it just to try it. There's a few attributes about this gun that I really like. Like, for example, the dual lockup. So, to drop it, push in, drop, cylinder extends. The dual lockup for the cylinder, I kind of like that. The barrel. Look at this barrel. Look at this angled barrel. It doesn't conduct a whole lot of heat at all. Then there's the, the whole porting thing. Let's look and see if I can get this in the light. Yeah, 4 ports on either side of this gun. It comes with a Picatinny Rail to rail. You can put an optic or a scope on there if you want to. And this grip is absolutely a beautiful thing. Overall, in the hand, I think this breaks at about, what do we want to say, about maybe 8, 9, 10 pounds maybe? I don't have one of those trigger pulling gizmos that will tell you how many pounds it is. It's a pretty stout pull. However, this gun doesn't move when it shoots. But let's go take a look at a few shots and we'll come back. This is just a quick, hey, look at this gun, because I'm going to go back to my roots. But hey, we did try it, a few rounds on it, in and out of the range. Now, I have a Grizzly gun already. I have the Poly 80 10mm that Roger Ward made for me that will shoot just about anything. But one of the things I've got in the works is a .357 Magnum lever gun. Now, the problem with 4570 for me was that it was not really a defensive weapon. It might be a hunting weapon, but with 4 rounds on tap, and it's going about every time you pull the trigger on that gun. Unfortunately, it's a beautiful gun. Unfortunately, every time you pull the trigger on it, it goes ka-ching. .357 Magnum might be a little bit better way to go. So to that end, I believe I have a Rossi .357 Magnum lever gun coming that I'm going to mate with this. I'm going to find a nice old-fashioned leather holster for this thing. or maybe one of those Kenai rigs that I see so much that a lot of people talk about. And this gun, as part of my rehabilitation, I need to get out and I need to move around more. And I'm going to go into the woods a little bit. And I'm going to do a little hiking. But when I go into the woods to do the hiking, I'm going to be taking something in case I run across Bambi, Ben, the gentle grizzly, or Bigfoot. Whatever comes up, I'm going to have something with me. It'll either be this or it'll be the grizzly gun. And one thing about Taurus and I go a long way back. In the 1980s, when we adopted when the Army, U.S. Army, when they adopted the M9, the Beretta, a lot of guys went to the Rod and Gun Club and bought Berettas. And I went to the Rod and Gun Club to buy me a Beretta, except by the time I got there were no Berettas. So I bought a Taurus PT99. And I ran that gun, and I ran that gun, and I ran that gun. And in the end, I didn't get rid of it because it broke. I just got rid of it because I wanted a different gun. I wanted to try a Glock, and back then I owned a gun at a time. That's all I could afford. So I had to get rid of that. I had one instance where the locking lug on that PT99 short self tore off. Sent it back to Taurus and had it back in a week fixed. So Taurus has this long tradition of pretty good quality. It went for a minute, but it's back now. And I mean, some of the guns they've got coming out now are bargains, absolute bargains for what they're talking about. I got another gun that's coming up next that you'll see that I think may be. Steve Fisher told me that this is one of his favorite carry guns, and it's made by Taurus. And I'll show it to you next time. But I got to get more ammo. We got to take this out on the range, and we got to try some. I need to find somewhere I can shoot this maybe 25, 50, 100 yards and see what we get, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty, it's the American Hunter Handgun of the Year Golden Bullseye Award winner. So I'm pretty sure it can reach out and touch somebody. Just wanted to take a moment and point this gun out to you. I've been sitting on this for a minute, and when we shot it the other day, I knew I had to go buy more ammo. So in the interim, thanks for taking the time to drop by. And if you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, maybe give me a thumbs up. That would be really nice. Thumbs up. If there's guns that you want me to try to get a hold of, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. I'm looking for input as we go. And maybe if you got nothing better to do, maybe you give me a subscribe, thumbs up, comment, all that fun stuff. That lets me know what's going on. And I'll be back soon. I am out of here.